Katrina.
Hi.
How are you?
Well, thank you. How are you?
Good, thank you. How was your day?
Oh, long.
I hear
Yeah, with about 4 hours sleep. Because
you.
I tend to get a bit pumped like, oh, I don't sleep the best. That's why during these hustles, I'm like, oh, at 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
And then by the time when you just start to relax into the bed, and then I get a text message from the manager of a salon, and he's like, oh, you might be busy tomorrow, but can you fill in? I'm like, seriously, it's midnight.
Seriously?
So I'd had about 4 hours sleep by the time the husband stops snoring and wakes up and goes back to work. And
I just had that conversation with my husband. Can you not wriggle or snore tonight, please?
I got up and left the room.
Yeah. I've done that before. Like maybe the 12 hours. That'd be great.
Yes, yeah. Janice needs to do something about the whole snoring factor. That will be a money maker.
Not good, is it?
No. So tell Wendy and Ray they need to do something.
Maybe that's the new product in February. An anti-snoring pill.
Well, I'm already saving the pennies for that one.
I don't think you'll be alone.
Who else is on? Hi, Sonia.
Hi.
How are you?
Good.
Awesome. So who's getting a butt whooping tonight?
Not a very good butt whooper. I like to threaten these things, but I don't really follow through.
Nah. That's the problem. You need to follow through.
So people have a lot of things going on, but I have seen some great Facebook Lives today. I'm actually really impressed. So
awesome.
Yeah. There were some last minute people. I think Aaron was one of them. Yeah, he said he was going to do one before the call. I think Belle was going to do one before tonight as well. But there's a lot of people at live events. Might be a little live. Yeah. Had somebody asking for the Zoom number.
I'll tell you, Tristan.
What about me?
You're succeeding.
I just got to watch an episode of Spreading Shit. You're gonna like that episode that we watched. Also, oh, is that the one with like the hydrochloric acid poured on it? Is that really?
Fix the face.
Oh, yeah.
Alrighty.
Listening to you.
All right, let's get started. Welcome everybody to tonight's Zoom call. Hope you've had a really great day.
Press record.
Oh, yep, I'm recording. Thank you. Hope you've had a really great day. I hope you really enjoyed the challenges today and that you got a lot out of it. I know that the live Facebook calls are a little bit scary, but I think a lot of you have done very well. I've caught up with most of them. I've been on the computer pretty much all day and caught up and had a look at all of them, and I think I've commented on everybody's that I've seen, so well done. And I'm really keen to hear from someone with the self-assessment. And Belle's on. Going to probably hate me by the end of this call because I haven't actually seen your Facebook Live yet, Belle. So what I'm actually going to do, and she's like, no, is share my screen and have a look at it. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. Don't worry. I know, I know. All right. Let's have a look. We might not have sound because we're on a Zoom call.
Development. I've been
go.
challenged.
All right.
Facebook Live, which...
Start again.
Hi there. Sometimes you've just got to step out of your comfort zone, and as part of my professional development, I've been challenged to do a Facebook Live, which I'm kind of scared about, but it's just to tell you a little bit about me. I'm 39, I've got 8 kids, so I've got 3 stepchildren and 5 biological children, 4 boys, 4 girls, ranging from 21 right down to 2. I work full-time for a sales and marketing company, and I'm the sales and marketing manager. I also have just recently started my own business. I am also just about to start a blog called Young Mum, Old Mum, Fat Mum, Skinny Mum, which is also part of my professional development. And my favourite quote is, if you want to fly, give up everything that's weighing you down. There we go, challenge over. And I guess I succeeded. Thanks, guys.
Belle, that was fantastic. I know that you hate me right now, but I'm going to unmute you. Don't yell at me.
No, I won't yell at you.
Well done. How did you feel doing that?
I actually felt really good after I did it. I worked myself into a stupor before it, going, I can't do this. This is ridiculous. And then when I did it, I was like, oh, and you kind of feel empowered after you do it. And it's so much easier than cold calling someone.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's good.
You must, well, you should be very proud of yourself. That's really good. Well done.
Thank you.
Thanks for letting me share. Not that I asked your opinion. All right. Let me just mute you back up. Beautiful. And you even got a comment there from superstar Angela Licenti, so you must have done something right. You did very good. All right, so I've seen a few today. I wanted to give you guys some feedback. Stephanie's not on the call tonight. She's at a live event, but she was really great. Her content was really good and she was nice and relaxed. She spoke quite slowly as opposed to me who just jabbers and people probably can't understand what I'm saying sometimes. Kirsten's was really fun and really light. Well done, Kirsten. First person that I've ever seen get hit on at a Facebook Live. There's a guy that asked for her number. So go you. I thought that was really funny. Jamie did really well. She ended up sideways. But, you know, what commitment being stuck in bed with a really, really sore back to still do that challenge today, I thought was really fantastic. And her content was really good. So if you get a chance to watch that one, you might have to sort of go like this, but it was really good. Kim Hall, she did hers with a friend, and it was just, I don't know if they've been drinking. But they were just so happy. Maybe they were just on a natural high at their live event. And that was really terrific. I really liked that. She also did another one earlier. And I really hope her boss wasn't watching, because she did say, I can't wait to walk into my boss's office and quit my job. So I really hope he doesn't see that. And Rebecca Cooper was really great content. Oh, yes. Have fun on your massively early morning walk, you crazy woman, with your children. And do a Facebook Live from the top of the mountain. That would be amazing. I'm just going to actually unmute you, Rebecca. I'd love to hear a bit more about what you thought about Facebook Live, and if you will do one for us tomorrow from the top of your hike.
Yeah, Facebook Live just makes me really, really, really nervous every time just before you go on. And I get flustered. Like, I sort of try and plan what I want to say, and then when it starts, I just get really flustered and jumble it all up and sort of get mixed up with things. But yes, in regards to the walk tomorrow, the kids are really excited. I don't know why, but they really want to do it as well. So we're all going to do it. We're going to go up the goat trail, and yeah, I'll do a Facebook Live once we get to the top. You should see the sunrise by the time we get there, and it'll be really, really nice, actually. So
that'll be beautiful. I look forward to seeing that in the morning.
Yeah.
Excellent. Thank you. Would anyone else like to just say a few words about how today made them feel? Either challenge. Kirsten, I'm going to pick on you, because you're sitting there smiling and laughing.
I'm having a glass of wine right now.
Did you give that guy your number?
No, he's actually a Kiwi guy. He's living in New Zealand, but I thought, no, I want to get to know him a bit better before I don't give out my number. So I need to know, I build up a rapport, a relationship with the person first. So yeah, I'm just waiting to see what he comes back to me with, because I don't give out my number. You don't know whether they're sleazy, you know, because you're like, oh my God, I like this chick, she's hot or whatever. Yeah, I don't do that. So it's like, I'm just seeing what he comes back with. Oh my God, but since like I'm doing these challenges live, it's like, oh my God, so who are you? It's like friend request. It's like, no, I need to get to know you a bit better. So
fair enough.
Yeah. Oh my God, I felt like I sat there like I was in public today thinking, oh my God, I've got to do this challenge. It's like, okay, all these people around me. Oh bugger, I'm just going to do it. I'm going to do it. But,
I'm sure that's fine. No, you did really well. It was really fun and light. Well done. And I think we're going to see more of it. You know, I mean, you see Aaron, he was walking around Rome videoing. People don't even look at you twice anymore. Can I have your number? Good one, Aaron. You know, people don't even look at other people twice anymore. 1300, yes, Katrina. 1300, get a life. Oh dear. Now, Katrina, I know that you're a little bit of a pro when it comes to Facebook Live, but can you maybe give us some hints and tips that we haven't covered yet?
I suppose just keep it real, you know, try and stick with what you know. You know, it's always good to put out there that you're new about it, you know, just keep it real, because I think when you try and think about things that you're not 100% in, that's where you end up stuttering and you lose your way in your conversation, and then people realise that, and then you go, oh crap, I forgot what I was going to say. I'm glad I said that word and not something else because we're recording. Yeah, so I think just keep it real, keep it simple, and obviously if you're not driving, you know, then check on the comments, because that can also give you more content to talk about as well. So just stick with what you know and enjoy, smile, interact.
Be fun. Yeah, absolutely. People love that. Thank you. And I'm sorry if I haven't mentioned you. Maybe there's a couple that I've missed that I haven't seen yet. Send me a message if I haven't. I'd love to have a look and give you some comments. That always bumps everybody up back up to the top of people's news feeds. So having mentioned that, that's something that I want to touch on today. I was on a webinar today in regards to growing your Facebook following, and we all know how powerful Facebook is in terms of growing business. But first of all, you have to, grow the number of people that can actually see you, and grow the number of people that actually want to see you and want to follow you. So I listened to this Facebook and Instagram webinar, and I actually couldn't write fast enough. The content was actually really good. And I don't find that in a lot of webinars these days. They fluff around and pretend that they're giving you all this information when they actually don't. But this one was actually really good. And it sort of explained why you have to work so darn hard to get seen by the people who you want to see you on Facebook. And obviously those people that we want to see us are the people who want to either purchase our products or join us in business. So basically, I don't know if you remember years ago, probably 2013, 2014, lots of people had these small businesses on Facebook, and you would see them all the time because that's the only thing, the only advertising that there was on Facebook was these little small businesses that people had made up. And I actually had my own. I sold some, baby clothes and accessories on a Facebook page, a Facebook shop, I suppose you could call it. And, we grew our numbers by saying, like and share my post and you can go into the running to win such and such. Like and share my post and I'll give you 20% off. And, you could explode from 100 likes to 500 likes really quickly by doing that. And then in 2014, Facebook changed the algorithm. So your reach went from 80% of people seeing your posts down to 20% of people seeing your posts. So it was a real hit, and you probably noticed that all these small businesses have disappeared and you don't see a huge amount of these anymore. I've actually won a few of those competitions, the like and share competitions, and I'm disappointed because I don't see them anymore. But that's Facebook for you. So, and then in 2015, Facebook made a new rule that said in your promotions, you cannot actually ask people to like and share your page or your post for a competition. Now, people still do that, and what they don't understand is if they do that, Facebook will actually hide their post. So Facebook will just drop it down and, maybe less than 1% of people will actually see that post. And, that probably doesn't affect us in regards to what we do, but you have to be really careful not to be overly promotional in your posts, especially if you are talking about our products. So if you're going to do that, your reach is going to go down to sort of less than 1%. In 2016, another algorithm was implemented by Facebook, and what they did, they did a survey with Facebook users, and Facebook users told Facebook that they're sick of seeing all these business posts and promotional posts, and all they want to do is see posts from friends and family. So if you notice, if you log out of Facebook and log back in, the first few posts that you will see will be close friends and family of yours. And the further you go down, you might see some business posts down below. But the first ones that you see will be your family and friends. And a very interesting statistic for you is 1.3 billion Facebook users. 75% of us use it every single day. And I might run a quick survey. In the chat box, how many times do you think the average person checks Facebook every single day? Just have a random guess. Twice, every 2 seconds. So how many times? 15, Belle, you got it. Perfect, spot on. 15 times a day is the average amount of times that the average person will check their news feed on Facebook. So, we really want to get ourselves out there, and doing Facebook Lives regularly and at the right times of the day, really, really important, will move you to the top of people's Facebook feeds. What else have I got down here? You can laser target your messages, so you can do what we call Facebook ads. Never boost a post. I don't know if you've ever done a post where it says, boost this post to get more reach. It doesn't work, and it's expensive. So Facebook ads are actually a big thing now, and there is a certain way that you can do them, and I'm actually going to purchase the course that was offered and learn how to do this, and it's through a funnel system. But basically what you can do is create a really attractive Facebook ad. It could be product related, it could be business related, whatever way you want to go. And then you can actually tell Facebook that you, for example, if I wanted to grow a really strong local team in Adelaide, I can tell Facebook that I only want people in Adelaide or within 100 k's of Adelaide to see my ad. And I only want those to be women between, 20 and 50. So you can actually do that for a Facebook ad, and they don't have to be expensive. They can be sort of, $1 a day if you want them to be. So something to consider. If you would like to get in on that training, let me know. I think I'll purchase that on Friday when the special offer comes back out when they do their webinar. So, another interesting fact, and I really like this one. This actually shows you the power of Facebook and why we're using Facebook so much to get our branding out there. So 9% of people use Instagram to engage with a small business. 11% use Twitter, 12% use Pinterest, and 62% use Facebook. So these people, and that could be either, maybe there's a new shop opened and, you just want to, or a bar or a restaurant, and you want to check out what people think of it. I mean, the first place you're going to go is Facebook, and have a look at their Facebook page and have a look at the reviews that they've got. I do that all the time. If there's a new business, the first thing I'll do is see if they've got a Facebook page and what offers they've got on their Facebook page. And, it's just, this is what we need to be using, and this is why we did this Facebook Live, because if you get, I don't know if you ever really get used to doing Facebook Lives, but if you get familiar with that platform and get a little bit more confident, and you have really good content to offer people, something that's going to pique their interest, something that's going to connect with them, you're going to grow your following really, really quickly. Now, I also wrote down here the best times to post on Facebook Live. Let me see if I can find it. I do know that it was 11 a.m., 1 p.m. Pretty sure it was 11 a.m., 1 p.m., 3 p.m. and 8 p.m. 8 p.m. is actually your best one for Facebook Live. Your 1 p.m. will get you the most likes, and your 3 p.m. will get you the most shares. Now, this is according to Facebook's algorithm. So if you do these at those particular times, Facebook will basically show you that they love you, and they will boost you to the top of people's news feeds. So you'll get seen more. So, sorry to all those people that are friends with all of us. You're probably going to be seeing a lot of posts at those particular times of the day. But, if that's something that you want to do, if you want to use social media to build your team and build your business, you're going to have to get involved with this. And if you don't, it's going to be really, really difficult to build your brand, get your face known out there, get yourself known out there as an expert in whatever you want to be known as an expert in. So hopefully that makes sense and has given you a little bit of something to think about. Can somebody put their hand up to talk about the self-assessment challenge today, please? 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 I'll start begging in a minute. Yay! Thank you, Sue. All right, let me unmute you. How you going, Sue?
Really well, thank you, Amber.
Thanks for making.
Hi, everyone. Let's see if I can be honest. I can't remember all of the items that we were assessing ourselves on, but I'll see. I've got everything written down, I think. So the first one was the company. the how, when, who, the foundation, etc., the company of choice, privately owned, etc. Look, I put myself down for 10 out of 10 there. I believe that I do know that information really well. And I believe when I present to people that that's actually one of the first things that seems to come out of my mouth as well. So I think I'm really confident with that. On the product, this is what you want me to do, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. On the product side of things, I've actually rated myself 6 out of 10. I use the videos a lot for products.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's an area that I would like to know more about. I've been concentrating on other things at the moment, you know, saying the right things, using the right wording, I guess, when I'm inviting people and talking to people, doing cold calls. And products is something that I really do think I need to step up a bit on. So I've been honest there and said 6 out of 10.
Awesome.
The comp plan I might have. Yeah, well, there's no point in doing it if you're not going to be honest with yourself, is there? It's like you might as well just not worry. Yeah. The comp plan, I've got 8 out of 10. When I did my test with Aaron, I got 100%. I'd literally, you know, learnt it back to front. Mm-hmm. I do feel I know it really well, but there's every so often I go, oh, actually, I'm not sure if I know that, and I just check it up on the book. So I've given myself an 8. The system, team calls, webinars, what you need to plug into, I've given myself a 10 out of 10 for that one. I believe I've got, like I've already typed out all of the meetings that are in my area. The webinar on a Monday night, I log into that on a Monday night. So know all about that. Belief, I kind of question myself on the belief. I go 8 or 10 out of 10 because I'm not sure every so often, I guess, with all of the negativity that comes back to us. In doing cold calls, you know, sometimes I feel that I'm down on my belief sometimes, but that's just the negativity that you get, the rejection, I think, more than anything. I absolutely believe in the company. I absolutely, hands down, believe in the company and the product. And I've done quite a lot of personal development on myself really in the last 6 months, in particular in the last couple of months on the belief system. Yeah. So getting there. But, that's probably one thing that holds me back a little bit. Mm-hmm. Income generating activities and consistency daily. I've put myself as an 8. I'd love to put a 10 out of 10, but actually, if I'm honest with myself, not every single day is the same. But if I look back on my record, I actually track myself every day. I do activities every single day. I don't necessarily do, you know, my 20 calls every single day, but I do 20 calls probably 3 or 4 times a week. I've been doing a little bit more Facebook lately. But consistency, I've put myself at 8 out of 10. Inviting people to live events or webinars or to have a look at the videos. Again, when I'm consistent and I'm doing all my calls, 9 or 10 out of 10 for that one. It's then the follow-up. I don't know that I'm 10 out of 10 for the follow-up. I try really, really hard, and I probably put myself at about an 8 out of 10 on the follow-up. I find that can be quite time-consuming because, you know, when you're doing 20 calls, you've got quite a lot of follow-ups, and plus you've still got your 20 calls a day to do. So it's fitting it all in. But I often find that people are not available at the times that we've agreed upon. And so there's consistent following up all the time. But I'm still following people up from May when we did our last hustle, and I'm just about to, hopefully, if he signs up, get a guy to sign up from Perth. So I think it's really important that you do continue to do your follow-ups regardless of how long they are or how old they are. What was the next one? Holding launches or doing market stalls. I haven't done any market stalls. It's something I'm starting to look into. I have just done a launch last night with a friend who I didn't do the launch with her from a business perspective. I did it because she said she'd invite a few people over for my benefit. She's still not joined the business, but I've got 5 sign-ups and potentially a business builder. So that was really successful, but it's actually the first time I've done, I guess, what I would call more of a bit of a party plan type of thing. And I've done a couple of launches as well. I've got only a couple of people in my business that
really
are business.
That's a really high number of sign-ups. How many people did you have there?
We had 17 people there, so it was actually really busy.
Yeah.
And it was actually really hard to talk to everybody. There was lots of questions, and it was pretty flat out. Yeah. I had one of my new girls, a business builder, with me, and she was helping me out a little bit as well. But she was more observing. She was really, I spoke to her tonight, she was really interested in just observing to see how it all worked, because that's the first time she's been to one. Okay. And so she helped a little bit, but not a lot. So it was quite busy. And I think a couple of people probably left because they didn't have time to stay any longer. Right. And I've got a couple of people to follow up still from that as well. I asked them to fill in a little slip of paper, so I had their details as well.
Terrific.
Yeah, it was a really good night, actually, really successful.
So it was more product focused?
Yeah.
Yeah. And did you let them do, like, did they try the products on their face?
I set up to do a facial. Like, I had all the products there and balls and face washes and headbands, and I had everything there. But we ended up not doing it because there was too many people there, and I didn't actually have a table laid out. They weren't expecting it. I asked them if anybody wanted to do a facial, and nobody wanted to do it, but we did try the products out. I handed them out, and everybody tried them out on their, the backs of their hands, etc.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I liked your little gift.
Very successful.
They were lovely.
Thanks. There was just a little chocolate in there, an instantly ageless and a reserve.
Yeah, very nice touch.
Thank you.
And so do you think you found the self-assessment handy? Do you think it's going to benefit you so that you know where you need to work on?
Yeah, I do actually. Yeah, I can definitely use that and see. Like, I'll put that up on my wall actually.
Okay, good.
It'll be part of my goals.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing.
100% at everything.
Yes.
Can you get No, I've got to get away from this perfectionist thing because I'm a bit of a perfectionist.
You don't need to know everything. You just need to know how to do everything.
No, I did talk to the ladies last night when I was speaking, and one of the ladies at the end of it commented. I said to them, you don't have to be perfect at everything. If you're sitting here thinking you can't do this, but you'd like to, give it a whirl, just take imperfect action, because that's the best way to do it. And one of the ladies commented, she said, I loved what you said about taking imperfect action, because we all expect to be perfect at things. Yeah. Not everybody, but some of us do.
No, that's true.
Me.
I love that. Thank you, Sue. I'm glad that you got some benefit out of that, and hopefully everybody got some benefit out of doing that, and I certainly did. I've gone through mine as well, and I know that consistency is one of my issues, and that, being 100% completely honest with you, that is because I do put my kids first, and I believe that, personally, I really want to spend the most amount of time that I can with my kids when they get home from school. But also, my youngest is at kindy this year, so she'll be at school next year. So, my Thursdays and Fridays are really focused on her. And, I know that some of the leaders, those to be unnamed, but could be siblings, will find that an excuse. And will say, you can do it anyway. And my response to that is, yes, you can, when you have a wife at home to look after your children, and you can go downstairs in the silence and do your business. But, and he also says, you can't prioritize the business and the family, sort of have to both come first. And for me, that's just not the case. If my business was failing and my kids were sick, I would always choose my kids, and that's just for me personally, which is probably what holds me back a little bit from doing those consistent actions every single day. Having said that, I do not go a day without some kind of personal development. I do not go a day without possibly, having a talk with somebody on Facebook, connecting with new people on Facebook, because you can do that around kids. You can be at the playground, you can be in the sandpit, you could be having a cup of sand coffee, which I've had many sand coffees and sand birthday cakes, and you can be, just go and get one more rock or one more stick, I need another candle, and you quickly type a message. And so you can do that, So I won't say that I don't do anything, because I'm constantly thinking of Janice. I have massive trouble sleeping because my J brain is just, it's wired all the time. And you probably understand what I mean. You get excited, you think, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Why didn't I say this to that person? I'm going to catch up with that person tomorrow. And like, your head is just, I physically have to say to myself, shut up and go to sleep. And I know that probably most of you are the same. And that just proves our excitement for the business, I think. Would anybody else like to say anything about today, about the hustle in general, about their self-assessment? Any questions or anything like that? Jamie, hello. Let me unmute you. How are you going?
Not too bad.
I don't recognise you. You're not sideways.
Oh, I know, right? That was so terrible.
No, you did well. I loved it.
So thank you so much for accepting me late into this. I sent a message to Amber this morning. I'm currently stuck in bed with a severe back injury. I'm very dedicated to my Janice business, and I needed this to keep me motivated and keep me moving forward when I really could just sleep. So the self-assessment I loved. I haven't got it all written in front of me, I apologise, but that was a really good eye-opener, and I think the call-outs for me were consistency and something else, but I can't quite remember. The fact that the Facebook Live challenge was brilliant. I have done videos before, but obviously you've got numerous takes there, so I really appreciated, especially lying in bed, kind of contemplating, should I do it? Is it unprofessional to be lying in bed and doing a video? And then I kind of thought, you know what, this is my real life, this is who I am, this is what's possibly going to be the case, on and off for a long period of time. So, you know, fuck it. I mean, sorry, stuff it, I'm actually going to do it. And it was a subject that has been coming up a lot for me lately, so it was really easy to do, but that push was exactly what I needed. So it was so great to see everyone. I stalked a couple of your profiles, even though we're not connected as friends, and saw a couple of videos which were fantastic. So once again, Amber, I really do appreciate you putting this on.
Thank
you. Really good day.
Your feedback means a lot, and I actually found what you said really, really inspirational. I don't know if you're feeling up to it, but would you like to give people sort of a rundown of what you spoke about on your Facebook Live?
Yeah, sure. So for me, it was, what was the first word? Fearful to fantastic. So I guess for me, my journey had been, at the time I started, I had severe back injury again. I'd been told that I wasn't going to be able to work full time. I'm the main income earner of my family. So I kind of had to work out what I was going to do. I think in all situations, you need to work out exactly where you are, what the situation actually is, not what you're thinking it is in your head. And then from there, work out where you want to be, and really consider what you want, what you don't want, what you'd like to include in your perfect life or situation or whatever that may be. And then once you've got those two things really sussed, is work out what kind of steps you can take to get where you want. And that may be enlisting the help of friends, family, professionals, doing self-development, a whole range of different things. So I guess for me, I really wanted to let people know that you can go from a shitty situation to a good situation. But, you know, there are kind of some good steps to take, and I guess rather than going from, I'm in a shit situation, I'm going to change it, you kind of need to work out where you're going first before you start taking those things into consideration.
Brilliant. So true, Jamie, and very inspirational. Thank you so much. I actually think you would have helped a lot of people with your Facebook Live today and with what you said. So you should be proud of doing that from, you know, even though you probably didn't really feel up to it. I seriously think you should be very proud of that. So well done.
Thanks, Amber.
Welcome. All righty. Anybody else? We've lost a few people as we've gone along. I know everybody's getting a bit late, I know that, but let's hear from Katrina. Oh,
again, Jamie, yeah, no, I totally agree with that. I think it's really important, like we've all been saying, you know, keeping it real. That is literally your story now, and that is going to resonate with so many people, because then you can actually sympathise with other people if they're in a situation. You know, I have one lady that has MS, and I know that when Kathy Hall came down and did a big launch for myself and 2 of our other team members, we had about 30 ladies in the room. She actually sort of put Annetta on the spot and asked her to talk about her MS story and how she's been feeling since she's been with Janesse, and she was very taken back by it. But I tell you what, she had us all in tears. So I think it's really important, and as embarrassing as you might think it is, or it's not relevant to anybody else, or you think it might be boring, or they're going to switch off, I guarantee for that one person that switches off, you're probably going to have 5 more that switch on, babe. So congrats on that. And run with it. Run with it.
Yeah. Thank you.
Oh, you're going to make me cry.
No,
Sure.
don't do it, because then I'll go.
I can see it in her face. She's really struggling today. I can really feel her.
But I mean, can you imagine that? You know, I made Sapphire, I made Sapphire Elite, I made Ruby from, you know, even though I couldn't get out of bed. You know, physically. Yeah. What a story.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
Let's do that.
Go, Jamie.
I did actually get a message on the back of that video, and had someone ask me if they could get some information about working from home. So
brilliant.
That was pretty cool.
That's fantastic. Yep. See the power of Facebook. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right. Well, I know that I'm ready to hit the sack. I don't know about all you guys, but I'm done for the day, I reckon. It's going to be a big week. I'm feeling it already. And I think it's just that, you know, that constant, you know, I don't want to let you guys down. And I know that I have to do the challenges that I'm setting for everybody. Otherwise, I'm going to be a bit of a hypocrite. So, you know, this has been really, really good for me. And thank you, all of you, for your support and for getting on here, because you might think it's good for you, but it's great for me as well. And it shows me or reminds me what I actually really need to do every single day as well. So thank you, guys. I can't wait to see you all tomorrow morning. Have a good sleep, and see you bright and early.
See you then. Thanks, Amber.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Yeah, bye.
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 Bye.